Welcome everybody this evening. This is a very special call. It was by invitation only. This is not a call that we put up on our public meeting lists or put on Facebook or any of that, but after we talk about what we're going to talk about here tonight, you are free to share it with anyone that you think would be appropriate. We will send out the recording of this to everyone who registered for this event, as well as to the people that we invited to this event. And if you've got somebody you'd like to share it with, you are more than welcome to. So this is a leadership call, and there's been so much a whirlwind that has happened now as we completed the end of our third full period as part of the Zija family, the end of the 12th cycle, which was a couple cycles ago actually now. But what that did for all of us is some of the bonuses that are in Zija, you have to be active in Zija for 12 cycles before you're even eligible to get them. So we are now eligible for all there is to have in Zija, but we are not all qualified to earn all that there is to have, and that's why I want to talk about this tonight. There's so many ahas that I've had this week and this weekend. I just spent this weekend with the Bronze Leadership Success Trip in Salt Lake City. There were a lot of diamonds there. There were a lot of black diamonds. There were a lot of elite diamonds. There was a lot of leaders that came in to do the training, and they did some incredible training. And next Saturday, we're going to do a recap for everybody on the training that they did over the past couple of days. So it was incredible, a lot about language and whatnot. But, you know, these people that were bronzes, as I'm looking at them, what does that mean? That means that they did what it took to earn a spot on that trip. And, of course, we know that if you can do that, then you can go to the next level. And you can go to the next level, and you can go to the next level. And you can get all the way to the top of this compensation plan, just one title at a time, which I really love that the Zija compensation plan gives us lots of bite-sized goals that we can hit. So I want to go over a couple things so that you can kind of see what I saw, and then see if you also see that as well, and just really know the kind of money that is on the table for those of us who choose to take part of it. So first of all, in the Zija back office, there's this roadmap. This roadmap to success, I've actually got it on here a couple times. I guess I was playing with it. Anyway, they have the roadmap, and you can just go log into your back office, go to your, I think, marketing, library, type in roadmap in the search. It'll pop up. But I would encourage everybody to get this roadmap and then take it on a stick to Kinko's or an office supply place and ask them to print it on large paper. And as a matter of fact, I went through and I broke it up. And I broke it up into 3 sections, so you could actually do that and have them printed on 3 11x17s and make it a poster, put it on your wall. And so this, and this is actually a little blurry, I just realized, but the idea here is the roadmap is every single pin in Zija and with the perks. So as we're starting in our journey to be active and qualified, of course, I have a 75-point order minimum. 150 is better. And I have 2 people I've sponsored, one left, one right, that have the same. And then we go to and we start to build. And as we're building our volume, we're building our left team, we're building our right team, we're sponsoring, and we get 500 or more on both of those teams, and we're a Builder 500. And then we are a Builder 1000, and then Bronze. And so Bronze, they have Bronze Success Trips. It's the first trip, and they have qualifications. The next one will be open to everyone. And as people hit Bronze, they're invited in. And this was, people were flown into Utah, 2 days at a hotel. They had a great excursion. They did warehouse tours, manufacturing tours, company tours. They did training with leaders, and it was incredible. And then, of course, you go on from there. And I just want to talk about a couple of the positions, but I really want to focus on diamond here. So on the map, we can continue to go, and it'll tell you about all the perks at every single rank and the next group of ranks and the next group of ranks. But I want to focus on a couple things. Bronze first, because that qualifies you for your first success trip. And I'm going to show the money on some of these in just a second. But then gold, because gold lets us be part of Team Benz, and I heard from Ryan Palmer that they are thinking about, or probably going to, or in the process of eliminating the requirement for a Benz. So Ed and Sandy, you can keep driving your Escalade because I know how much you love it. And I had to get the Benz because I didn't want to leave any money on the table, and I love my car, but they're looking at getting rid of Benz because in many of the markets it's not even an option. And as long as you've got a nice car, it doesn't have to be a Mercedes. So that's in the process of happening, but we don't have to talk about that yet because right now if you get a Benz, you get double the money, which is kind of cool. So going gold, being active and qualified, having 2 legs that we've personally sponsored where somewhere in the leg is a Builder 500, and having at least 4,000 in volume on each team. So 4,000 or more. Left team, right team, 4,000 or more, 4,000 minimum on each team. And we're there, and we're getting to be part of Team Benz. And right now, so like next week, they're doing the grand opening of China. And it's going to be huge. And all that volume that's coming in Asia, golds and above, are earning points in the pool. Now, they show the points in the back office, but the Xango team that came in from Xango, it's not showing in their back offices, so they're going to get those to us manually. But just know, if you've hit the rank of gold or above, you are earning points in a global bonus pool, and that's going to be rewarded to you at convention. So it's huge. So we want to absolutely go gold, for sure. And then, of course, when we're gold and we're getting Team Benz and we're getting all those bonuses and we're sharing in this pool, next, we want to go emerald, because when we go emerald, we're getting into the leadership check matching pool. And as an emerald, we get to count all the income by all of our personally sponsored people down through 4 generations of bronzes or above. So it could be more than 4 levels. It could be 10 levels. It could be 20 levels of people, all the checks that everyone's earning added up, and that counts towards our share of this leadership check matching pool. So we want to get in the pool, and then of course from there we want to go diamond. So I want to take a second and really talk to you about all the perks at diamond, because they're not all listed in the compensation plan brochure. So a lot of these things that we've discovered, over time. So what is a diamond? And I want to kind of look at this diamond rank and kind of talk about this rank of being in Xango. If you have come from Xango and you know what those ranks are, it's about 100K is really what it is. But I don't know. I've done math and stuff in the past and look at the genealogy, and it was over 600 premiers and above that were in Xango. There were over 200 100Ks and above. There were over 6,200Ks and above. And so we know that hitting the 100K position, getting about that volume, there was over 200 people that had done that in Xango, because Xango was experiencing the momentum. And this is the second wave that Zija's in right now. And as we get this second wave, there's a bunch of things that are about to open up, and it's about to get really fun and very lucrative if we go diamond. We want to go diamond as quickly as we can. So diamond, 15,000 minimum on each team. So I've got my 2 teams, my left, my right, and at least 15,000 minimum on each team or above. And you have to have, at this point in time, 5 personally sponsored legs that have a Builder 500 in there somewhere. Okay, so we're now a member of the Diamond Club. We qualify for Diamond Success Trips, and of course we're recognized at Summit as a diamond. Let me talk about the Diamond Club. Oh, and we also get an invitation for you and a guest to attend the annual Diamond Dinner that's held at Summit. You get a discounted Diamond Club hotel room at the Zija Summit, and they're putting all the diamonds up at the Marriott, and so they're not comping rooms. What they're doing is giving you a room rate that's just a diamond rate, which is at cost, and it's much lower than the rate that they have even for others, if others wanted to book at the Marriott, the regular Zija distributors. So it's a Diamond Club room that you're able to get, and they have a Diamond Club call every single period, and they kind of recap the previous period and talk about what's coming in the next one. So if we go diamond by convention, and this is by the end of the second cycle in October, then we're going to be invited to the Diamond Dinner. It's at the Marriott City Creek. It's Wednesday night, and it's from 7 to 10 p.m. So I would really love everyone, if you were invited to this call, it's because the person who invited you believed you could go Diamond by convention, that either you've been at a rank like that or higher in the past, you were on your way to a rank like that in the past, or we know that you can do it because we're all team building here together. 2 teams, it's 15,000 each week minimum on each side, and those 5 builder 500 legs. And right now they've got promotions, by the way. I know you've heard of the double fast start commissions, but not everybody knows that they've extended it. So if you didn't purchase a pack before, or you purchased a gold pack more than 12 weeks ago, and your 12 weeks is up, you just purchase another gold pack, and you get another 12 weeks of double commissions. That'll take us all the way into convention, and that's how long it's going to last. They're not going to take it away after convention. It'll be replaced with a different promotion. So we want to do that. Diamond Success Trips. Every single year they have a Diamond Success Trip, and it includes round-trip airfare, hotel or cruise accommodations, most meals, activities, excursions, and of course leadership, personal development, product training. So how do we get on the Diamond Success Trips? Well, there's 2 ways to qualify. One is if you achieve the rank as a new rank. You're already qualified 100%. But now for those that have been diamonds before, they can qualify to go on the next diamond trip by either remaining qualified, and if you are qualified for at least 1 cycle every period for 5 periods during the qualification, that's 100%. If you were qualified, again, 1 cycle out of 4 periods, out of 3 periods, you get basically 20% covered for every period that you are qualified as a diamond. So even diamonds that slip back, as long as they make sure at least one of the cycles they're qualified, then they're going to get 100% if they do that 5 times, 80% if they do it 4 times, 60% if they do it. So these are ongoing trips that we can continue to go on Diamond Success Trips. And they haven't even announced this yet, guys, but I got this information. They're in the process. They will be announcing these dates and locations over the next month or so, but the Diamond Success Trip for 2018 is in Orlando, Florida. It's in February. It's 5, well, it says 5, the word says 5, and the number says 4, so I'm not really sure. I'm going to say 4 or 5. I had Kyle Castile, who's an Executive VP of Marketing over at Zija, actually created some of this PowerPoint for me to give us this information to be able to share this. So either 4 or 5 nights at the Gaylord Palms, Orlando, Florida, which we've been to in the past. Many of us have been to on a Xango Regional. It includes your round-trip transfers to and from the airport, the welcome dinner, daily breakfast buffet, a day park hopper pass to Disney World, and you get to participate in a Zija Miracle Foundation service project. So they have service projects. When they do their trips, they have a service project that we are invited to participate in, which is just amazing. Okay, now I want to talk about this for a second because as we finished, we had to be active 12 weeks, and as we're now eligible to start to participate in some of these extra bonuses, and I had to reach out because they're trying to reach out to us, but this thing is moving so fast. I asked them, and basically what happens is you're eligible to participate. Now, we've heard it called the Profit Participation Pool. Those Xango leaders that flew into the office and that into Utah and met the whole Zija team and got that orientation, you'll remember that Jerem Dalstrip went over this in detail. You'll notice this when you log into your back office and you go to your account. You'll see Business Catalyst Pool. That's what it's called now. So Profit Participation Pool, Business Catalyst Pool. So this is the same thing. So I just want to lay that out and make sure you really understand this, because this is a huge aha for me, because we get our check as a diamond, we get to participate in all those other bonuses, plus now we're in diamond pools as well. And I'm going to show you what some of the average incomes are at these positions in just a second. But in addition to that, qualified diamonds, and what does qualified mean? That means you're a diamond who's a leader, who's actually actively engaged in the business, that you are doing meetings, that you are exclusive to Zija, that you are Zija, that you are an active building leader in Zija. You're invited to participate in this Business Catalyst pool. Now, Zija pays out 50% of the compensation plan to the field. All breakage goes into these pools, the diamond pools, the emerald pools, so all the breakage goes into the pools. So it's all paid out. But in addition to that, Ken Brailsford, out of his pocket, out of the profits of the company, has set aside 5 different pools. The first one opened when Zija started doing $50 million a year in sales, and that's the one we're in right now. The second one opens when Zija's at $250 million a year. Now, folks, we're almost to 200. So add momentum, add great Kivana leaders that have come to the table, of course our Xango Nation that has come to the table, and all working with our amazing Zija leaders have been growing organically since they started, and there's so much that we have to learn from them as well, and of course all their new stories. This is an exciting time, and momentum is happening, and I believe that second pool will open. They know it will open before the end of the year. I believe it will happen by convention. So I want to talk to you about these pools for a second, because as we were looking and asking, what kind of money is in the pools, and I remember Jerem saying to all of us, some of those checks are upwards of $30,000. And I'm not making any income claims here at all. But here's what I did in my head. I went and looked at the Business Catalyst pool, and what does it take to qualify to get in? A diamond gets a point in the pool. To qualify for the pool, you have to be active, you have to be a qualified diamond or above every cycle during the month. These pools are a month. So the pool that we're in now is August 1st to August 30th. The reason I wanted to do this call short notice tonight is because we get our first cycle in August just ended Friday night. But if you go through a leadership upline, you can actually sponsor people, place orders, and backdate it. You've got till the end of the day Monday to do that and say, I want it backdated to last cycle. If you're close to diamond, I want you to make a push for it. If you're 1,000 away or 2,000 away, because, let me tell you why. Because if you qualify every cycle in August, you'll be in the pool. A diamond gets 1 point. A double diamond gets 1.5 points. A triple diamond gets 2 points. A black diamond gets 3 points. An elite diamond gets 4, and that's the maximum. So I did the math. I'm like, upwards of 30. I'm like, okay, well, right now there might be a little less profit to the company. Why? Because we're headed to convention, because they're giving us double fast start bonuses. This is coming out of the company's profits to give us, think about it, double fast start 50%. Well, the whole comp plan pays out 50, yet they're still paying all the rest of the bonuses too. So that's coming out of company profit to give us double fast start commissions. And with the trips and the incentives and all of that, I was thinking, okay, well, the profits are probably a little lower right now because they're putting so much into this drive for convention and into these bonuses. And so, and I'm talking with the executives at Zija, and I said, but let's say it was only $20,000 for the top people. Well, that's the people who have 4 points, right? So what does that mean? 3 points, 3/4 of that. So if you're a black diamond, you're going to get 3/4 of that. That'd be like 15 or above. If you're a triple diamond, that'd be 2 points. That'd be half of that. That'd be 10,000 or more. If you were a double diamond, that'd be 7,500 or more. If you're a diamond, it would be 5,000 or more. And I was told, you're right on. No, I was told my estimates are conservative. And I thought, okay, great. We love conservative, right? Don't we like to be surprised? And so I thought, we need to know, we need to teach, we need everybody to understand the kind of money that's on the pool here, because here's the next one. When it opens, the next one's going to open to black diamonds and above. Now, I looked online, ZijaRecognition.com, to look at all the the diamonds and above, and I counted 135. Now, I know they're not all listed there, but there's 135 that are there with their names and photos and images, and I know there's a lot more because I had a list sent to me of the diamonds and above just on our team, and Ray's is going to be higher, Dwayne's going to be higher, but just on mine, that they couldn't give me the rest, was like 30 already. So I want you to know this is happening, and it's happening quickly. So let's say there's I don't know how many, doesn't matter, a lot more than what's listed there. The point was there was like 35 black diamonds and above. That means when that pool opens, there's less people that are in it, which means the shares are going to be much larger. Folks, what if it was, there's 1/4 the number of black diamonds and above that there are diamonds, which would mean 4 times that income, right? So a point would probably be worth about $20,000 a month or more, in addition to, and that's what I want to point out, in addition to. So let me just really quickly, if you go into your back office, and I'm just in a distributor's account that's only a builder, just to show you, and you go to your commissions and you go to rank and commissions, and so if you look at that, just for a bronze, the weekly average is over 300 a week, over 1,300 in a month. So if you go and look at the different ranks, and I want to go to gold because that's the next, I know there's lots of ranks in between, but gold, because all of a sudden we're picking up the car bonus and all of that. The average weekly commission there is almost 800. The monthly average is over 3,400. Then we go to emeralds, so we can get the leadership check matching pool. And at the emerald, the average weekly commission is over 2,100. We're almost to 5 figures in a month. And then, of course, going to diamond, the average income is over 2,700 in a week, almost 12,000 in a month. This is your 5-figure monthly income as a diamond. So in addition to this 5-figure monthly income on average is the pool. And then as you go double diamond, you get a bigger share, triple diamond, a bigger share, black diamond, a bigger share, elite diamond, a bigger share. I had invited Chris Estes to be on this call tonight, and his flight was delayed, and now he's in the air, and he's not able to join us because I wanted him to share with you from his experience of being at the maxed out rank in here and knowing where we're going and being a little closer to talk about this. Guys, if you ever dreamt of, or you've earned, many Xango leaders have earned 6 figures in a year, have earned 7 figures in a year. If you've ever dreamed of that kind of money, if you haven't earned it yet, or if you have earned it and you want to get back to it, I want us, Xango Nation, to band together, work together like we haven't worked in a long time and get the most amount of new diamond promotions at convention. I want convention to be filled with Xango diamonds and above. And if you're already a diamond, I want you to go black diamond, because let's just talk about that for a moment. Black diamond. Black diamond, we have 200,000. Now we have a new qualification at black diamond. They start looking at our enrollment tree volume. So 200,000, our personal sponsor enrollment tree volume, and no more than 100,000 from one leg. And so that's in the whole period. And then, of course, we have to also be a qualified triple diamond, and that means I have at least 30,000 on each leg. So I've got 30 plus left, 30 plus right. I've got over 200 in the whole period through my personal sponsor tree with no more than 101 leg. Okay, we get there. Now we're qualifying for one-time bonuses, 20,000 at black diamond, 20,000 more at double black, 20,000 more at triple black, 50,000 at the next level, which is Diamond Elite, and we just keep going on from there, 1.7 million in one-time bonuses. But in addition to that, we have Black Diamond Success Trips. These are every other year. But next year in 2018, we have a Black Diamond Success Trip as well. And so it's going to count, you know, our airfare and our accommodations and meals and leadership and training. And here's the Black Diamond Trip information. It is in Lima, Peru. It is in June of 2018. There are 2 nights at the Westin in Lima and 4 nights at the Tambo del Inca in the Sacred Valley. Of course, there's local excursions, product, personal training, and we get to participate again in another Zija Miracle Foundation Service project. So this is going to be an absolutely amazing, amazing trip. And so I want to just recap. So as we're going, leadership check match pools, emeralds and above, but diamonds are there too. Diamonds and above the leadership, the diamond pools. You get to elite, there's another diamond pool that opens up. The one-time bonuses start at black diamond. And in addition to that, the team bends, which starts at gold in multiple business centers, which starts at the rank of triple diamond that you're eligible. I want to just briefly touch on that. Leadership check match pool. As an emerald, you're getting the 4 shares. As a diamond, you're getting 5. Levels. Generations of check matching for your share of the pool. So as a diamond, it's 5 generations. As a black diamond, it's 6. And it goes up to 7 as a diamond elite, 8 as an imperial, and 9 as a crown. The pools, the profit participation pool, the business catalyst pool, whatever you know it as. When the next pool opens, $250 million for black diamonds and above to participate. The next one is $500 million a year. Guys, we were almost there in Xango. And with what we have in Zija, we have so much more as a foundation. We know we could get there by the end of next year. It'll be diamond elites and above to participate in that pool. The next one opens at $1 billion imperial diamonds and above. And the next one at $2 billion is a crown diamond. Now I wanted you to just do some math and think about some of the stuff I said about the estimations, which I was told I'm conservative. This is an opportunity to make more money than any of us have ever earned before, and maybe than any of us have even ever thought about the potential of earning before. And I'm excited about this because every trip they do includes a Zija Miracle Foundation project. This is an opportunity to give back too. This is an opportunity to do some amazing things with our life. So I really want to focus on the diamond pool. 4% of the volume and the commissionable volume goes to the diamonds. 2% to the diamond elite pool. The one-time bonuses, $1.7 million as you're climbing these ranks, starting at black diamond. The multiple business centers. So when you're a triple diamond or above, you are eligible if you are making at least 50% of your potential, so you can make up to $10,000 a week in the team commissions. And if you're making over $5,000 and you're a triple diamond, you can open a new business center that's still you above yourself. So you've already got one maxed out killer leg, and now you only have to build one new one. And then, by the way, you can qualify to do this again and again as you hit higher ranks and you max out more business centers. And all the people that you sponsor and put on that are still, you're personally sponsored, are still counting as your legs for qualifications and all of that. It's just giving you more income potential in the business centers. And as we start to add this together and think about the potential, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I just signed my contract. I can't wait to get my first check. But more importantly, I asked how many diamonds, how many qualified diamonds on my team so far. I was told over 30. So I know it's a lot more than that, because that's just, but that's already, guys, if we band together and we go diamond, and we get as many members of our team to go diamond at convention, and we fill convention with Xango diamonds and with Xango black diamonds, because if you're already diamond, there's over 30 just on my team, you diamonds, go black. Or go double, go triple, but certainly go beyond where you're at right now. And those of you who are a gold or an emerald, go diamond. And those of you who are just getting started, go gold. And as soon as you do that, go emerald. And as soon as you do that, go diamond. So it's really what I want to share is the amount of income potential is staggering. The momentum that we are right on the verge of experiencing is magical, and many of us have experienced it before. Most people in our industry will never experience it. They don't really even understand what it is. So I've invited some black diamonds to share with us just a little bit to kind of cover anything that you think I missed about the perks of being diamond and why you feel it would be so important for us to make that goal to go diamond by convention. So let me just start off with Sandy and Ed Cohen. If you're there, could you just share a little bit about what Go Diamond is for everybody.
You know, it's interesting because obviously we're all family. We have been together for a long time. And we had extraordinary growth in Xango. And as now the dust is settling and we're 90 days into Zija, and change is never easy, the chaos, making sure everybody's whole is now just about done. And, Colleen, it's interesting that we just got the chance to really look at the money that's available, because the truth is, I just wanted everybody to feel safe. And as we were talking about the money, it was like, holy moly, this is going to be bigger than anything those of us who have been in Xango before. And there's some, brand new people on this call that are doing extraordinarily well. But, it's like a friend just texted me and said, this is complicated. Heck, no, it's not complicated, because this call is not for newbies. This call is for seasoned professionals who understand the money and what's in it. And now that we're 90 days in and we can start doing some leadership training. Now, this is not for new people because they don't understand. They haven't become a builder or a builder 500 or a builder 1000 or a gold or an emerald. This is for people who are close to the big, big time. But we can't do this alone. As Chris Estes says, we have to lock arms to get this done. And, there was a slide I did at the regional, and I think I did it just this past Saturday with the call with Pat Anderson as well, that talks about the different stages of growth, assuming a company lasts, which we know the high failure rate in this industry if a company is less than 2 or 3 years old. So we know we're solid. We know we're safe. The corporate team is fiscally responsible. And I really believe this next 2 to 5 years, locking arms together, helping each other, we will create more success stories than ever before in this industry. And I'm so excited to be on this call because Colleen and I said, we've got to share this because most of us were not aware of the Business Catalyst Pool and the impact that has. And I'm so excited that they're changing the BENS program because I didn't want to give up my accolades. So anyway, back to you, Colleen.
Sandy, thank you so much. I see some questions in the chat room. If you've got a question, make sure I see it. Put it in the Ask a Question in the upper left-hand corner. But Brenda was asking when they pay the pool. So the pools are based on the company profit when they do their P&L. So it's for the month. It's not for a period. It's for the month. So July was July 1st to July 31st. August is August 1st to August 30th. And so they do their monthly P&Ls, and when they do that, they're counting about the 15th of each month is when they have the numbers as far as the company profit, and then that's when Ken writes the checks. So to get your check, you need to be qualified as a diamond or above every cycle. If you're a diamond, cycle 1. If you're a double, cycle 2, then cycle 1 you got 1 point. Cycle 2, there'd be 1.5 points. Then if you went back to diamond, 1 point, and then maybe you hit triple, 2 points. And we're going to add those together, and that's your share of the pool. The maximum amount of points possible if there was 4 cycles in the month, and sometimes there's 5. Whenever there's 5 Fridays in a month, that's 5 cycles in a month, and so there's more points. But the most, if it was a 4-cycle month, would be 4 times 4 would be 16. So you'll get anywhere from the minimum of 1 point per cycle. So you're going to have somewhere between 4 and 16 points in that example. And that'll determine the amount that you earn in the pool. So you're going to have to get a hold of Victor the leaders are working through Victor. If you're not doing that, work with your upline leader, and they'll be able to help you do that. As you get close, it's going to happen. They'll be reaching out to you, but I wouldn't wait. Reach out to them. Email Victor. Victor, I want the profit participation pool. We're all eligible now, so we just have to make sure that we are qualified to go forward and do it. And if you're not close enough for Diamond for August, then do it for September, because wouldn't it be great to get that check and have our first profit participation check by the time we even attend convention? I think that would be really awesome. But if not, then hit Diamond in October so that you can be invited to that Diamond dinner. And for those of you who are just getting started, if you're not close enough to doing that to do it by convention, then do it in time for the Diamond Success Trip. And they're going to be announcing all the qualifications on that, but if it's in February, I'm assuming that you probably have to do it by the end of the year. But in either case, I want everybody to be thinking Diamond, go Diamond. I want you to write that goal. I want you to put it everywhere, because there is some serious money. It's not just that $12,000 a month on average that a Diamond earns. That's in addition to that. It's all the other stuff. It's the trips, it's the perks, but it's also the profit participation pool. And as you continue to be a higher and higher Diamond, that just number goes up. So I want everybody to really be thinking about that. All right, we've invited Patricia de Guzman to share with us. Patricia, are you on the line with us? Sandy, I don't know if she responded to you. I know she had registered and we had hoped she'd be able to.
Yeah, she was on earlier. She's actually calling in from Europe. She's doing a tour in Europe. So she does have the number, but not sure. I don't think she saw the speaker code, even though I texted it to her.
Okay, you know what, Patricia, I'm just going to unmute the lines for a moment, so everybody can mute out your own phone line so that we can hear her if that's the case and she's not on the speaker line. Let me just do that real quickly.
You are now unmuted.
All right, Patricia, are you with us? Do that real quickly. Patricia de Guzman, going once. Twice? Okay, I'm going to mute the lines.
You are now muted.
Sometimes it's very difficult when you're trying to call in from another country to even have service or to be able to get through. So I really wanted to hear from her as well, though, because she's got a lot of diamonds on her team, and certainly as a black diamond, I know she's going to be really excited about sharing in that second pool that we're going to all open up together. But the next person, Dwayne, we had you calling on the speaker line, so I'd really love for you to share with everybody what going diamond would mean for them.
Thanks, Collie. Thanks for texting me the speaker line. And I just want to say, I want to echo what Sandy said. We are a tremendous family. It's amazing what we've been through. And yet, when you go through something like this, it unites you, makes you stronger together. And I love one time when Doug Weed once said, "A triple braided cord is not easily broken," quoting an Ecclesiastic scripture, and this is Sunday. So I'm free to quote scripture today. So that triple braided cord is true. You bond, you unite, you work together, and magic happens. And you've heard me say over and over again about the mastermind principle. And Collie, you're a master. I got to tell you, I just am so impressed whenever you set up these calls and you flow, you make it flow so well, and it's so natural to you, just a master networker, and I just absolutely love associating with you. And it's an honor to be on the call with guys like Ray Heron and Patricia Guzman. That would have been 2 a.m. I heard her earlier in Netherlands, I think, is where she at, somewhere over in Europe, and I thought, wow, that's quite a commitment, 2 a.m. over there. She's calling in. I think she was driving, so that would have been a double commitment. But just so good. Armando de Guzman, and I was on the line, and I just feel like a bonded family here. So the only thing I want to add, just a couple of quick things. As Jim Rohn once said, if someone has said it well, you don't need to say it again. And it has been said very well here on the call. But what I want to bring up is going diamond and qualifying diamond, staying diamond. Obviously, you're doing the basics very well, and you've got your team engaged. They're working, and they're building to the next event. So there's some huge things coming here at Zija. Zija is a company on the move, like Collie has said. It is absolutely on fire. And they are launching some news in Hong Kong that I've caught wind of that I'm not at liberty to say on the line. Collie, you probably can, and they, forgiveness is easier to get than permission, and you seem to always get away with everything. So, but I will just say that those announcements that are going to be made in Hong Kong is going to affect the entire organization in a very powerful way. And what's exciting is that we have our very own Anton Garrity, who's a 500K at Xango. He is now the managing director. Not pro tem, he's the managing director for Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China, and now has inherited the Philippines. So if anyone understands the Xango world, it is one of our own. And that announcement now, I will be in Vancouver next weekend. There's a nice Super Saturday event up there being hosted by a group of Xango and Zija leaders, including Grace Dick and Joan Pretty and some of our other great leaders up there in Canada are rubbing shoulders, knowing that a rising tide raises all ships, and they're pulling that up and getting that excitement. And where they would have had 30 or 40 each at the meetings up there, they're going to have over 100 now because of the combined efforts of the two groups. And it'll be in Burnaby, and anybody just text me or we'll post it on Facebook, I'm sure. In fact, I think it's already out there. But we're going to Skype in live some of the leaders from Hong Kong to make the announcements. I know Joel will be over there. I know Anton, of course, will be there. Many of the corporate management team will be there. And we're going to Skype some of them live in on Facebook so that you can hear the announcements live while we're in Vancouver. So that'll be very exciting as well to hear that and get that momentum going. But what it does is it absolutely adds overall to the growth of the company and the global compensation plan. And you have now been in Zija long enough to realize what a Ken Brailsford company is like. It is very product focused and top quality, manufactured in-house. Everything that we would have put on our wish list, they do. And they do it very well. And Kali, I love your explanation of the profit sharing, because we often say, man, why can't they just do this or do that or hire more people or do this? Well, they look at how everything impacts the bottom line so that they remain profitable forever. When you look at Ken Brailsford Companies, this is his third major company that he started in the industry. The first two are still going very, very strong, very alive and well. And this is what he's called his crown achievement. This is his signature company, the one that he wants to be known for. This is the one he's most proud of, the Zija Corporation. So couldn't be in a better place at a better time. This is the opportunity. It really is. Those of you who now have weathered the storm and drop in and see how the products work and see how that compensation plan works and how it pays weekly and how it pays right on time, you begin to get a feel for the momentum that's being built here and what it can do for you and your organization. So fasten your seatbelt and just get it going, but just put in your calendar next weekend. Try and get live on. We'll be sending out more updates on that because you don't want to miss these announcements. They're going to be huge.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dwayne. And I guess I didn't finish the explanation of how we get paid these bonuses. Brenda, thank you for the follow-up question. So the pools are paid out, so August 1st through 30th, and then it'll get paid. So about the 15th of the month is when they do their P&Ls. They know their profit. Ken writes a check out of his checkbook and mails it to us. So we need to fill out a W-9. So you're going to go to the IRS website, type in W-9, get it all filled out, email it to Victor. You need a W-9 to get your check. It's going to come somewhere between the 15th and the 20th is when they get sent out. You won't see those checks in your back office. What you'll see in your back office is your points. If you're a diamond and above Business Catalyst pool, it'll show you how many points you have. If you happen to be qualified diamond or above, every single cycle in July, you're going to get a partial July because we finished our 12th cycle, I think July 21st or something like that. So make sure you get your W-9 to Victor. He's also going to send you a contract, and it's basically saying that they have no obligation to pay this. This is not part of the comp plan. This is where they said they incentivize leaders with a carrot. If you want this extra money and be part of this special pool, then we need to be all in. And this is what's going to keep us from having leaders with wandering eyes. And so we need to be all Zija, and that's how we're going to get Zija through all the momentum and through to the next pool and the next pool and the next pool and the next pool and beyond. So Sandy typed in Victor's email. It's victor.tafolla. Tafolla is T as in Tom, A-F like Frank, O-L-L-A. Victor.tafolla at zijacorp.com. Say I'm a diamond. If you were qualified every cycle in July, tell them that. If not, say I'm a diamond. I'm going to be qualified in August, and send them your W-9 and get that contract and be all in. So I saved the best for last, and so now I'd like to turn the remainder of the call over to Ray Heron to talk to us about what does this mean, going diamond, and why now, and why by convention, and how is this going to help all of us in the next wave.
Thank you, Collie, so much. And look, I want to publicly thank you. I agree with Dwayne. I believe you get better with every call. I see you more engaged now. You and I have been friends for a long time, 15 years now. And I see you more engaged today at any other time. And you've always been engaged all the years of Xango. But there's a new spring in your step, and it shows in your conversation. And I want to publicly thank you for lots of counseling. You and I have talked a lot lately. I've enjoyed that. You've helped me see things that I was having a little difficulty with. Folks, good evening. It's always a pleasure to be on the phone with you. I got to tell you, many of you maybe can identify with some of my emotions. They've been pretty crazy, really, for the last 90 days. I've been busy. Maybe it's not been so obvious to some of you. For the first time, really, in a long time, Collie, you and I have talked about this, and Dwayne, we've talked about it as well, but I am working with some pretty major network marketers around the world. I have something that I can really take to them. I mean, a company the size of Zija, with the history of Zija, and the opportunity that it offers real experienced network marketers. And so I've kind of been doing that and enjoying it a little bit. We are a family, no question about it. We are, and many of us, you probably experienced some of the same emotions I have. Mine have ran the gamut. I mean, up and down the scale. I've considered lots of things in the last quarter, really, personally, and I'm talking about me personally. I've considered other opportunities even, not seriously, but somewhat, all the way to retirement. Most of you know that I'm approaching 70 years old. I've been at this a long time, 32 years. And many of you know that I've been fortunate enough with good people like you to have 4 rather large organizations in my career, some of them bigger than some network marketing companies. Been fortunate that way. But many of you might not know that 3 of those companies went out of business while I was there. And so it makes you think. When you're at my age and you've been at this as long as you have, it makes you consider, well, you know what, I've done pretty well. Maybe it's time to retire. But I still got some tank in the gas. I'm not ready to retire. I enjoy network marketing, and you just, for me, I just need to know. I need to come to the knowing that this thing is worthwhile. And I've spent a big part of the last 90 days evaluating everything that I can. And I've evaluated this company. I've evaluated their executive team, their products. Their products are, I really do like these products. They're very good. I have found, Collie, that I could just get, I don't even have to talk about this being a binary or anything else. Some people seem to be a little confused with that. I'm getting in touch more with the binary, and the more I see it, the more I like it, to tell you the truth. And but I can give somebody just a little weight loss program. It's so simple, so easy. It's a 1, 2, 3. They just drink some Super Mix and take whatever their choice of XM product they want, and take a tea at night. And these people are losing weight. I mean, some of them to the tune of, 8 or 10 pounds in their first 10 days or so. And they get pretty excited, and then when I have a conversation with them, everybody that needs to lose a little weight's got 10 friends that certainly could lose some weight, and they get a couple of their friends involved. So it's pretty easy, Collie, to build those Builder 500 legs. Not near as difficult as we think it is. But I've spent a lot of time looking at this, evaluating it as best I can. And Collie, you did a good job of covering these rank incomes. They're impressive to me. When you've been doing this as long as I have, you know, look, there's always a few people in all these companies, and I'm on the phone with many of you tonight. We made gangster amounts of money. But I got to tell you what, I thought I did really well in life and in this industry, and I have, to be sure. But compared to some of the leaders in this company, man, I got to tell you, there's no comparison. This thing pays probably better than any company I have ever looked at. When you add these diamond bonuses in there, this catalyst, I mean, it's incredible. Can you imagine adding an extra $10,000, $20,000 a month to the income that you're going to make already with the impressive rank earnings that they have? It's unbelievable. Here's what I've come to the conclusion of with the Zija Corporation. This is a company that is not in just momentum. They are in major, major momentum. I know I was just recently at a regional down in Las Vegas, and I spent some time not with all the biggest part of the people that were on the stage. These are diamonds and above that spoke, and I spent a little personal time with them, maybe 5-10 minutes. These people were impressive to me. They were good, solid people. They loved this company. I'm not a psychologist, but I've learned if I spend a lot of time visiting with somebody or a little bit of time visiting with somebody, it gives you an idea of what these people are like. I'll tell you, they got some solid citizens with this company, and they loved the decision they made to give it their all. And so when I look back in my own career, and that's all I can really talk about, is my own personal experience. It's the momentum. It is the momentum that makes all the difference in the world. I don't know that, I can't create it. I don't think you can create it. It just either is or it isn't. This company has more momentum than I believe any network marketing company I've ever seen. If I'm right, and I believe I am with this one, this is rare air to become a $1 billion a year network marketing company. This one is absolutely on target, can't miss. $1 billion a year MLM. And you and I really don't want to get caught doing less than we can do. I'm ready to give it everything I got. I've taught people for years. I'm not the author of it. I learned it early on 32 years ago, and it meant everything to me. It meant the difference between poverty and fortune. Jim Rohn taught me personally, just, hey, look, 90 days. Build your business literally as if your life was hanging in the balance. It could set you up financially for the rest of your life. I want to challenge all of you on the call tonight. Just, hey, give it 90 days. Give it everything you got. If you're not already diamond, make it a 90-day goal for sure to not be short of diamond so that you can get in these profit participation pools and just it'll be a red letter day in your life. There's no question in my mind now. My mind is made up. I am in this company, and I am determined to build this to the highest level that I possibly can. And I know I've got all the tools in the world. I'm with a great family. Those of you on the phone, there's not many of you, but there's a few of you I want to get a divorce with in the last 90 days. You probably feel the same way about me. But I'll ask you to forgive me. Whatever I offended you by, I'm sorry. But I want you to know I've looked at this thing left, right, upside down, and it is the one for me, and I believe it's the one for you. And if you're thinking, like I've been thinking in the first 90 days here, it took us all by great surprise. We all knew things weren't wonderful with the company that we loved dearly. We knew everything wasn't just right, but we weren't expecting what happened. But I got to tell you, the other two companies that went out of business on me, I had no choice but to start over. But at least here, We have the opportunity to keep some of our business and to move forward with a company that will take good care of the business that we bring them. I think they have great respect for all their distributors, and I know, like Collie said, they are a product company. This is a company that is going to be the next billion-dollar-a-year MLM company. And I just can't say that. There's only just a few of them on this earth, and most will never, ever get there. We thought we were going to get there, and we got about halfway there with the Xango Corporation, but we've got one now that'll take us right there. And we're right in the middle of this momentum, and I believe they've had momentum a couple of times, actually. But I'm going to say, in my own evaluation, this is probably their third momentum phase, but it's larger than any of the other phases. I can assure you, this thing is going to the moon. No telling what's going to happen in Hong Kong, China. Dwayne, Collie, and everybody on this call, no telling. But here's one thing for sure: every dollar of business is done around the world. We all get to participate in the participation profit program, and so let's don't get caught short. Hey, let's go diamond. If we're not diamond, let's go diamond. If we're diamond, let's go black diamond. It can happen when we decide. Journey of 1,000 miles begins one step at a time, and I'll just tell you tonight, just go for it. Some things I've learned here is this, and I think this will help you, because no matter what, you have an understanding, hopefully, of what a Builder 500 is. It's not a lot. Someone you've personally sponsored that has at least 500 on their left and 500 on their right. That's a great place for people to start. And so, to maximize everything that this company can pay you at whatever rank it is, you need a maximum of 6 of those. Not 12, just 6. You need a maximum of 6. So that's a great place to start. Know what a Builder 500 is. Go sponsor 5 of them. Most of you probably already got 2, 3, 4, 5 already. So go get those in order. Have your Builder 500s. Have 6 of those, and then no matter what you then work underneath those 2 legs. Just like your life depended on it, as if your life was hanging in the balance. Just go for it, and you'll be fully qualified at whatever level you reach. It's a great opportunity, folks. It's taken me a little while to come to that conclusion. I have spent a lot of time, a lot of late hours, and getting up early, thinking, looking, making some decisions. And I believe this is the best opportunity any of us could ever hope for. And shame on us if we don't give it everything we got and realize that this is not quite as daunting of a task and not quite as hard as we thought it was. I thought it was much more difficult than what it is. Dwayne's done a lot to help me understand that it's simple. You know, we got 2 legs. We need 6 Builder 500s, and everything else just happens if we all go to work and we work together as a family. So, hey, look, I know this. You're among the most talented people that I ever met in my life. Those of you on this call, you're the best. You're the absolute best. And maybe you've been experienced some of the things I've experienced over the last 90 days. It's time to take that and put it behind us and just go and give it everything we got, and enjoy these wonderful trips, enjoy these nice bonuses, and nothing like achievement in life to make you feel a little bit better about who you are. I'm glad to be associated with all of you. And, Collie, I'm going to turn the time back to you if you want to say something. And I probably missed a lot, whatever. But most of you know that, hey, look, I care more about you than you know. I want you to be successful. And here's the best part about this plan. The more you're successful, the more we're all successful. It's the most amazing comp plan I've ever seen. It really is. When you dig into it, look at it, and realize, hey, I've been making this way too difficult. It's not that hard. You're going to begin to see what I have seen, and you're going to say, I'm not going to get caught doing less than I can do with this one. I'm going to give it everything I got. Maybe you joined Xango a little later than some of us early on, and you missed those major momentum days. But I tell you, you're right in the middle of the biggest momentum I've ever seen with any network marketing company. In 32 years of being out there where it's happening, this is the best one I've seen, Collie.
Well, thank you, Ray, and I totally agree. We're going to do these diamond leadership calls once a month. I was going to say the first Sunday of every month, but I just looked. That's Labor Day weekend, so I'm not sure that that's going to be the best one, but we'll let you know. And it'll go out, again, only to leaders, and then you're free to invite anyone you think. The masses, we learned a lot this weekend about it's actually best to just share a product and paint a tiny little vision. Don't go into much about money, because some people, money scares them because they don't even have a concept of it when they're brand new. It's something that evolves over time. But when you're working with somebody who understands money, who's earned it before, and who's looking for an opportunity to make gangster income, you need to let them, this is what these calls are for. So I just want to close this call with this. To go diamond, again, I did this conservative. The very minimum share that you can possibly get is a minimum of at least $5,000 a month. That's conservative. It's going to be more, but say an average of a 5-figure income. When the next pool opens, considering it's going to be 20% of the people, it's going to be 5 times the income, then we're looking at a 6-figure monthly income. In addition to the bonuses that we earn at those ranks and the one-time bonuses, in addition to opening multiple business centers and taking your team commission only, which there's all kinds of bonuses, but just the team commissions from $10,000 a week to $20,000 a week to $30,000 a week to $40,000 a week. In addition to, we are absolutely talking about, I've always called it gangster income, but some people say, oh, that's offensive. Gangsters are bad. I'm like, okay, let's call it rock star income then. Whatever you want to call it. This is going to be my biggest ride. I can see, and that's why I wanted all of you to know, please, whatever you do, pull out all the stops, work 8 to faint, spend the next 90 days working every minute, talking to people. Use us. Use all of us for 3-way calls. Incentivize. Do contests. Do whatever you have to. And if any of you are close to Diamond now and want to get in the pool this month, you work with your upline leaders if you're not already working directly with distributor services. If you're not directly working with Amanda right now, because all you have to do is put people in, put volume in, and by Monday night, email Amanda and say, please backdate this for last cycle, because I want to go diamond for last cycle so I can get in this diamond pool. And whatever country you're in, so in the United States it's a W-9 from the IRS. I don't know what it is for your country, but just email Victor and ask him what you need to do in order to get into this pool. It's going to be a contract. There's going to be something for your tax purposes, and you'll get checks from Ken Brailsford in addition to the checks that we get from Zija, in addition to building the kind of life and the kind of income that some of us have had a taste of, but none of us have experienced what the potential is in Zija. So thank you, everyone. I'm just going to open up the lines real quick so that everybody can say goodbye to each other, and we will see you on the next Diamond Call.
You are now unmuted.
Good night, everyone.
Great job. Great job.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Carly.
Great job,
Cindy. Thank you, Ray.
Hey, Ray. Glad to see you here.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. See you guys. Thank you, everybody.